Hey guys, this is iirix44. Today we're going to be looking at one of my old 60 card decks. That is my 5-color slivers. Now, the thing about this deck was I only built it originally because my best friend, when we were in school, he wanted to play with a sliver deck, and he also wanted to play 2-on-2 matches, but yeah, he felt that slivers would be the best to do that, and so I just kind of built one to go with it. I really fell in love with the deck afterwards, and I put a lot more effort and time into it, and this is what it is today. It's going to be a lot of onslaught block cards, with a couple old, couple new, but yeah, it was somewhat of a budget deck. Because at the time, high school, I didn't have a whole lot of money, so yeah, there are some things in here I've added since, but yeah, for the most part, this is the deck I played with in high school with my best friend. Let's get into it. We got plated sliver. All slivers get +0/+1. We have 4 plated sliver. Sinew sliver. Messing up the deck already. I have 2 sinew sliver. All slivers get +1/+1. We have essence sliver. When a sliver deals damage, its controller gains that much life. One of those. And we have warding sliver, which is 2? Yes, 2 of them. That tells you how long ago it's been since I've played this deck. But warding sliver, you choose a color when it comes into play, and all slivers have protection from that chosen color. There's 2 of them, and I have 1 plains. On the blue, we have winged sliver. 1 in a blue for 1/1. All slivers have flying. They've reprinted. They printed a newer version that costs 1 blue for a 1/1. It's the same thing, just costs 1 blue though. I have not yet gotten any of those, but I can guarantee that these 3 wing sliver that I have here are eventually going to become those. But for right now, 2 for a 1/1. All slivers are flying. I have shifting sliver. Slivers can't be blocked except by slivers. And 2 synapse sliver. When a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may draw a card. 2 of those. And then I have a hollow. There you go. Hollow Island. I think it's like $35 or something. We have here for black 4 crypt sliver. All slivers have tap, regenerate, target, sliver. Then I have 2 toxin sliver. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, destroy the creature, can't be regenerated. Yeah. And then 1 swamp, which is also hollow. Now we have hunter sliver. I'm going to go back a little bit because this was one of my favorite combos to do. Hunter sliver and toxin sliver. Death touch. And Hunter Sliver gives them provoke. So if you can't read it, especially if I keep bumping it, all slivers have provoke. When a sliver attacks, its controller may have target creature defending player controls untap and block it if able. So basically, I get to assign who dies from death touch slivers. I just love doing that. It was awesome. Most of the time I would attack with Hunter Sliver or another small one that I had, like a quick sliver. But, yeah. So we had 2 Hunter Sliver. Blade Sliver. All slivers get +1/+0. Got 2 of those. Magma Sliver. All slivers have tap. Target sliver gets +X/+0, where X is the number of slivers in play. So I have 2 Magma Slivers. And then I have 1 Mountain. Next, we have Quick Sliver. You can tell it's one of my favorites because there are 4 in the deck. It's really cool because he has Flash, and then once he's in play, all slivers have Flash. So once I played that, I would just wait until the end of their turn to drop slivers unless I needed to mid-combat. I love doing it. It was awesome every single time. So we have a Muscle Sliver, 2 Muscle Sliver. All slivers get +1/+1, same as Sinew. Brood Sliver. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may put a 1/1 colorless sliver creature token into play. And I have 2 of those. We have Farseek. 1 and a green. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card and put it into play tapped. Then shuffle your library. For those of you who know, Farseek is a great card. I love it. I have 2, I believe, maybe 3? 2. For those of you who do not know, I will come back to this. Keep in mind, the key there is plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. I'll explain that in a minute. 2 Farseek and a single forest. Sliver Overlord costs white, blue, black, red, green for a 7/7. And he can, for 3, search a sliver out of your deck and put it in your hand, or 3, gain control of target sliver. I play 1 because I felt, he's good, but seriously, searching out slivers, I don't need to search slivers. I could just play whatever I draw and still do pretty good. Sliver Legion, all slivers have +1/+1 for each other sliver in play. So, coat of arms, costs white, blue, black, red, green for a 7/7 again. And then we have Harmonic Sliver. 2 of them. All slivers have, when this creature comes into play, destroy target artifact or enchantment. And then we have the Shocklands for Farseek. The Shocklands, blocking the light there, the Shocklands are in here. I have all 10 of them in here. And the thing about them that made them so great was you could put them into play. They come into play tapped. You could put them into play. If you don't need them, leave them. But if you need them that turn, you can put them into play, pay 2 life, and if you do, they don't come into play tapped. So you get to play them, pay 2 life, and it's ready to go either color, just like that. Another thing that made them great is right here. You can see, it says it on all of them. Mountain plains, forest plains, they all say that. Island swamp, swamp forest. You can search them out with Farseek, because Farseek does not search for basic land, it searches for plains, island, mountain, or swamp. Not forest, but that's okay because forest plains, it has both, so I can still get this one. That's what made it so great in the deck. And you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little off camera there. Sorry. 7, 8, 9, and 10. I have 1 of every Shockland in the deck. So no matter what the combination I need, if I can play Farseek, I'm going to get the 2 colors I don't have, so I can play the Overlord and Legion faster. Worked out great for me every single time. I never had a serious issue with my mana. That's also why these are really expensive. They just recently reprinted them in the Return to Ravnica block, but they're still not super cheap. I think the cheapest one is the reprinted, at the moment, the reprinted, what is it, is that Boilerworks? I think it's like $4. Maybe not anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, on to more non-basic lands. I have 2 City of Brass. When it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to you. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Helps you smooth it out so you can get the 5 color ones out there quicker. And then we have 2 Grand Colosseum. It does the same thing as City of Brass, but you can tap it for a colorless mana if you don't need a color, but it comes into play tapped, so that's kind of why I'm running 2 and 2, because sometimes you need it right away, sometimes you don't need it at all. I don't want to lose the life unless I have to, you know. But yeah, that's my sliver deck. I played it a lot, and I spent a lot of time balancing out the mana color, the mana cost, and the land, and yeah, it was so fun to play it in high school because people hated it. I loved it. It was hilarious every time. But anyway, that's my sliver deck, or that's one of my sliver decks. It's my old one. If you guys like seeing that video, I'm going to get some more videos up of my decks. So give me a like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.